I've owned a lot of multi-tools over the years, big name brands, premium builds, but the one I keep coming back to is this, the Victorinox Super Tinker. And here's why it might just be the best multi-tool you can carry. What's up, everybody? I'm AJ, and today we're talking about what I honestly think is the best multi-tool for your everyday carry, the Victorinox Super Tinker. I've carried countless Leathermans. I've tested bulky tools with pliers and bit kits, and while they're great in specific situations, they're just too heavy for me to carry every day. Eventually, I realized something. The best multi-tool is not the one with the most tools or features. Instead, it's the one you'll actually carry, and for me, that's the Super Tinker. The Super Tinker weighs in at just 2.4 ounces. It's compact, slips easily into your pocket, and it gives you 14 tools, including scissors, a Phillips driver, 2 blades, a can opener, and that classic Victorinox toothpick and tweezers combo. And most importantly, it doesn't feel like a brick in your pocket. That's where most multi-tools lose me. I don't need a toolbox on my belt every day. I need something practical. I've used the Super Tinker in more real-world situations than any other tool I've ever carried. Tightening screws, opening packages, trimming loose threads, fixing glasses, this thing just works. Let's be real, most days I don't need pliers, but a good pair of scissors, a Phillips screwdriver, and a small reliable blade, that's what I actually need and use. So let's talk about weight real quick. A Leatherman Wave weighs in at over 8.5 ounces. That's over 3 times more than the Super Tinker. And while it has more tools, due to its weight, I find myself leaving it at home more often than not. Eventually, I tried the Victorinox Deluxe Tinkerer, and it comes with 17 different functions. Though it comes in about half the weight of the Wave at 4.3 ounces, I still found it too bulky and heavy. But this, I'll throw it in my pocket and forget it's even there until I need it. Now here's where things get fun. The Super Tinkerer has an entire modding community around it. You can customize it to fit your style, your use case, and even your color preference. I recently got 2 sets of 3D printed scales by some talented makers over on Etsy, and I've got to say, it completely transforms how the knife looks and feels. First up is a set of 3D printed scales from maker SharpScaleDesigns. Coming with a variety of different colors and patterns, I first selected this dark bronze, metallic, and red, and then this galaxy purple and black. One thing very cool about this specific maker is he allows you to choose your desired logo size. And here I have the large logo, and then here is the small size. Within my EDC, I love customizing and personalizing something to make it mine. And with these custom scales like these, they fit the bill. I happened to pick up these 2 TSA confiscated Super Tinkerers pretty cheap on eBay that were missing their scales. And with a small drop of super glue, we can completely change these knives. And the best part, swapping the scales is super easy. No need for special tools or hardware. You can do it yourself in under 3 minutes. If you're interested in these scales, I'll have a link to the Etsy store in the description below. While browsing Etsy, I also stumbled upon these Vans-inspired scales from maker JellyfishEDC. As Vans are my main choice of shoe nowadays, I knew I had to have them and picked them up. What's great about most of these 3D printed scales, they often come in at super reasonable prices. These also came with 2 3D printed beads that I thought was a nice touch. If you're interested in these scales, I will also leave a link to their store in the description along with a 15% off code. If 3D printed scales aren't your jam, don't worry. There's truly something out there for everyone. Some makers are even doing glow-in-the-dark options, titanium upgrades, and personalized engravings. Whether I'm heading to work, hiking, or just running errands, the Super Tinkerer just fits in. It's truly perfect for travel, in a checked bag, don't let TSA grab another one, or light adventure use. I've used it while on backpacking trips, cutting snacks, even tightening loose screws in a hotel room. It's one of those tools that fades into the background until you need it. Compared to other multi-tools in my drawer, this is the one I actually carry. This one's great, but just really heavy. This one's really light, but just really limited. And this one just hits a sweet spot. Oh, and did I mention it's around $30. For what you're getting, it's an insane value. I've spent 4 times that on other multi-tools that don't see nearly as much use. Plus, it's backed by Victorinox reputation. This thing is built to last. So the Victorinox Super Tinker, is it flashy? No. Is it tactical? Not really. But it is practical, affordable, customizable, and generally useful every day? Absolutely. That's why I think the Victorinox Super Tinker is the best multi-tool out there. It just makes sense. Let me know in the comments, what's your go-to multi-tool? Have you ever modded a Victorinox before? And huge thanks to the makers who sent these awesome scales. I'll link them in the description below. If you found this helpful, like the video and hit the subscribe button below for more EDC reviews and gear breakdowns. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.